as you all know, A&T has been a video conferencing pioneer, right? Way back in 1998, we started off. So I think during those days, you might have seen the wars and SARS and, like COVID, which affected during those days. And video conferencing gained at that particular moment, even in 2004, because of this wars and SARS and all happening in the world, right? So people started adopting, which we are currently seeing again after the COVID scenario. So we have been into video conferencing and video collaboration for the past 24, 25 years, and that's our strength. We have done so many different technology areas. So we have been at the forefront since 98. And to start off in 98, we got into a regional distribution model from Powertel Boca, which is a modem company, which you might be knowing USA, from the United States. So when modems were being sold at 2000, these modems were being sold at 10,000 rupees, more than 10,000 rupees. I mean, during those days, it's a different product. We started our imports even in 1998 directly from Asuscom Inc., which is Asus Group company. And this was in 98 itself, and these were more from the networking angle. We also had our first video phone launch. Many of you may not know, there's a company called Motion Media, which is a UK-based company, and we launched this video phone way back in 1999. And for those days, it was an advanced solution, but of course a costly solution for India, being imported in pounds and converted and all. So we also introduced HDSL routers. We also sold the first direct PC, KU band VSAT terminal in India, which was launched by Hughes. And this was a different technology. To use this VSAT, we actually did a video conferencing over this particular KU band VSAT terminal for telemedicine purposes, for healthcare to reach out to the rural areas. So this was in way back in 1999, which was the first time. This was a new technology which had got introduced, and we had got into it. In fact, our first white paper on video conferencing in India was published in the PC Quest way back in 1999. And that's how we have been working on the video conferencing space. In 2000, we launched a Taiwan-based video conferencing codecs. You all know Polycom, Cisco and all, but we had introduced a new solution during those days called HiView, which was again in 2000, and this was company based in Taiwan. And we sold video conferencing codecs to a large number in the country during those days. We also conducted several live video conferencing shows with celebrities. I think some of the papers published out there on the back panel, you might be able to see. So we did a lot of shows, including connecting on just a 64 kbps ISDN line during those days. Video was not easy to transmit, but we were able to do that way back during that day. In fact, it was in the same venue, same place we did the show. We were also selected by the British High Commission, way back in 2002 for the Networks Telecom Conference, where they had selected 15 Indian companies, including Reliance and Caltiger. Caltiger was one of the first ISP to offer internet free of charge in the country. And we were all part of a team going to Birmingham in UK for this particular show, where we also presented a possible business scenario for video conferencing in India. In 2003, we also became the first distributor for Aethra video conferencing. So many of you know, I think Mr. Shanmugam here, SEC knows pretty well. So we introduced this Aethra video conferencing systems in 2003. In fact, one of the things which I remember is about this pay phone. This is a pay video phone. We actually did a POC in Mumbai suburban stations from Churchgate to Borivali. If you are from Mumbai, you'll be knowing. I mean, that was way back in 2004, 2005. Using this pay video phone. So you can just put in a coin and do a video call from one station to the another station on the public side, on the public platform. So this was in 2004. And then till later, this Aethra, I think many of you know, it was acquired by Radvision in 2009. Right? In 2004, again, we did the first video conferencing project in Indian Railways, which was inaugurated by then Railway Minister Lalu Prasad Yadav. This was completely done on a hybrid IP network of railways. It included a few of the places on to use during those days. So combination of kind of IP network, LAN network, as well as the microwave network. That integration was a challenging job, and we were able to implement this, and the Indian Railways actually appreciated that. We did a lot of work in Southeastern Railways, East Coast Railways, and Southwest Railways. And a lot of railways we did this stuff. So in 2004, Aethra's video phone, which is a Theseus, I think you can see that we have a museum actually, but we couldn't bring all the products here. So one of the products is Theseus, which is lying on the back here. It's a kind of a laptop video phone. So this we introduced in 2004, and it stormed the market, and Aethra became number 3 in the market after Polycom and Tandberg. In 2005, we won the Best Technical Project Award from Aethra. So this was a moment of pride, because the Aethra had about 90 worldwide distributors who were invited, and we won the Best Technical Project. This was a project which we designed again differently for the Indian Railways to connect accident site, which is on the railway IP network. Actually, there's something called EMC, emergency socket, which runs through the track along the railway lines. And we use that lines to integrate our technology and then transmit it across the railway network up till Delhi. I mean, we did that Madurai, and this was implemented. This communication can happen anywhere till Delhi. So railway board members could actually do an interaction in case there is an accident happening anywhere in between the railway stations. And typically before that, they used to use a VSAT terminal of railways, which was a pretty costly affair during those days. And this actually made them look at a cost-effective way of doing it. So we were also consultant to Huawei. We also did a complete RailNet project for Southeastern Railways. For Huawei, we actually did a lot of interoperability tests, helped them out to do launch of video conferencing during those days. In fact, we launched the first software-based video conferencing called Visual Nexus. It was a Japanese company, and we did a launch of this and implemented in with several private. In fact, we also did a POC at SIFI and Reliance for launching this on a cloud model. So 10 years before Microsoft Teams and Zooms have come in, we tried to launch. However, Reliance took a little bit of different direction, and we could not start off that venture along with them. So we also launched a solution called Ncast, which was again for the first time in the country on streaming technology. Using that Ncast, we actually implemented a solution called Telepresence LI. This was for Cisco. So LI is like lawful intercept. So when Cisco launched their public conference rooms in the Taj hotels, the telepresence rooms, they had to adhere to a government law where they had to intercept the calls in case you are dialing on the public network. And they were not able to do that recording without a participant knowing that it is being recorded. So we gave a different solution using Ncast, and this solution actually was implemented by Tata in the Taj group of hotels. So with our IP background from 98 and the video background, we launched about 4-5 solutions: video conferencing, streaming, video surveillance, digital signage, all these 5 different video applications. And we were expert already on the LAN, WAN, security of LAN network. And based on that, we were able to, the industry recognized as a video or IP specialist, because video was not just about telecom. Video was about transmitting the video content over the IP network. And we again launched the first Miriel, another software video conferencing called Miriel, which was totally on the cloud. And this was again, it was an Italian company which we launched. We did some other projects very long back, like train information display system, catering to the display of train information in every platform in the suburban stations based on the data which is integrated given live feed by the railways, on which platform the railway is, the train comes in, and that display was put up out there. And we created the first Wi-Fi hotspot at the Egmore railway station in Chennai. This was the first in India to go Wi-Fi. So we also implemented the state-of-the-art video surveillance system for those days at Chennai Central Station, and after which the railways changed their model of implementing this based on RDSO guidelines. So before that, there was no RDSO guidelines. So we were able to implement this using Axis cameras, which everybody knows. But this was a complicated project again because, again, the railway had different kinds of networks, and we had to manage the entire surveillance over different kind of networks. Based on this project, in fact, NIC took our consulting for doing a complete nationwide surveillance network, which we did provide, but then that was not implemented during those early days. So we also did a lot of innovative stuff like in the healthcare sector. So one of the thing was the virtual ICU space, which we implemented one at Silvassa in 2009, and then this was one at Manipal Child and Women's Hospital in Visakhapatnam, the Manipal Hospital Group. And they started off the hospital with this provision, with this service, and in fact, they used this for propagating that to the mother and child, where in case in the neonatal ICU units where the child is kept in case of early births, the mothers are not allowed to go inside because of high infection ratios. So we designed a wireless solution with a trolley which was implemented there. So earlier it was similar project was implemented at Silvassa Civil Hospital, a dynamic medical director out there. He implemented that to reduce the infection ratios in the ICU by providing this kind of solution within the ICU. So we also designed the first integrated telemedicine collaboration solution for the Southern Railway, integrating the entire hospital areas, right from ICUs to doctor rooms, completely on the IP network. We, till 2014, we were into solution and system integration. I think many of you know about that. And from 2014, we changed our track to get into distribution. Again, not just product selling, but always as a value-added distribution. So we tied up with a company called Tele, which some of you may know. This was unique products, but unfortunately, they were about 6 years ahead of the market. And we have one of the products, which was their last product out there. Which is actually what currently a lot of other products like some of the Panasonics and other thing do. And if you are a technologist, you might be knowing H.323 and SIP with the cloud conferencing. I think that could do, that was done way back in 2014 when we launched this product. I think I have my friend Raghu Nair from Bombay who knows pretty well about this product and how we launched this particular solution. So in 2018, we brought Aver into India as the video conferencing distributor for them, and we are the deemed OEM for them. I think Krishna will talk about it shortly. And in 21, we got into a strategic tie-up with Ubicast, where it is not a simple tie-up in terms of reselling it, but we have a deeper understanding in terms of providing the software on a cloud model, having hosted that in India in a tier 4 data center. And we are also expanding that to different areas. We also cover Middle East and Africa for that now. So this is state-of-the-art software solution to cater to the learning and development space for corporates and educational institutions typically. We also use this for healthcare industry for surgery recordings and streaming solution. So we appointed a distributor in Dubai last year, and I think Mr. Shah is here present from Dubai. So to cover the Middle East market, and we go ahead with that. So with that, I would just cover the whole history of how we started off from a modem company to a specialist in the video conferencing space. I would just request Krishna to just quickly have a run through on the products, what we are currently doing, so we will get an idea. Just a couple of slides. Yeah. Thank you for your